All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we have the post-fight press conference here for Triad Combat, I'm Ray Flores on behalf of Triller Fight Club alongside the team captains. To my left, we have Shannon the Cannon Briggs, and to my right, the winning captain, Team MMA victorious over Team Boxing by a score of 14-11. The main event, though, went to the boxing side with Kubrat Pulev, a one-round TKO victory over Frank Mir. Oh, what a night, but to the spoils go the victors. Sorry about that, Shannon, but I'm going to start off with Rampage Jackson, who has the team championship. Rampage, if you want to pick up your microphone.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Give me your thoughts on your team, Team MMA, going out there and winning the first ever Triad Combat team competition, and how proud you are of your fighters.
I'm very proud of them, and I just want to start this off. I think Jacob won his fight. I think that was kind of messed up. You know, fights happen. You know, get close fight, blah blah blah. I predicted a clean sweep, and we almost did it. You know, I didn't find out that Frank Mir was injured till like a couple of days ago, and Matt Matron took the fight on 3 weeks' notice. And that's why he came out hard in the first round like that, because he was trying to finish the fight fast. He was trying to knock him out fast before he got tired, because he knew he was going to get tired. You know, MMA fighters, we're a different breed. You know what I'm saying? We tough, and we the toughest athletes on this planet. And all I'm saying is, I think we deserve some respect after this. This is a historic moment, and I just think that MMA fighters should get their respect.
Do you think that with what we saw tonight out of Triad Combat, I mean, all the media, I know every single media member here, and thank you to the media for working during the holidays. We know you can be with your families and everything else during the Thanksgiving holiday, so thank you for coming out and covering. I think Michelle came from England and people coming from all over the place, so thank you guys for your coverage. However, do you think that this is going to entice more MMA fighters to jump inside the Triad for Triller Fight Club?
Yeah, I think a lot more MMA fighters will be interested in doing this because, to be honest, I can tell that it is more money over here than some of those fighters making MMA. You know, I'm sad to say that because I feel like MMA fighters, they should be earning a lot more money. So I think a lot of MMA fighters are going to jump ship and come over here. What I saw tonight, I was very impressed. I didn't know what to think before, but it's still a few kinks. Like, they need to get the rules straight. Like, some of the fighters was confused about the rules, about the spinning back fist and the bar arm thing that we've been working on and stuff like that.
The Dagestani handcuff, right? From what I was told at the commentary position when Matt Matron and Alexander Flores. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. It's a lot of little things that we gotta iron out, and I think some of the boxers are crybabies, and that's why the rules been changed.
Well, Shannon, now I will turn the floor over to you. What is your response to Rampage Jackson saying that the boxers were, quote-unquote, crybabies?
Well, I feel like, it was a good night for those guys. They showed in the first Triad Combat that Marlon somewhat kept them alive, but they stink, and he stink. And for the most part, it was bad judging. We could have got a couple of those fights. And the stoppage with the girl, she could have fought back. You know what I'm saying? She tough. It was.
You're talking about Angelina Hofschneider against
yes.
Alexa Colt.
Yes, brother. And it was an early stoppage. So I think that don't laugh, but I think that we gonna run it back. And we're gonna run it back, and we gonna.
I got a question. I'm sorry.
I didn't ask you nothing.
No, I'm sorry. I'm bad with names. I'm sorry. I'm bad with names. But what's Albert Einstein, the Russian guy on my team, MMA?
Oh, Albert Tumanov.
Tumanov.
Yeah, Tumanov.
What was the guy? What's the name of the guy he fought?
The guy that he fought.
Anybody remember the name of the guy that? Huh?
Sorry about that.
Didn't he?
No, he got a unanimous decision victory. Tumanov got a unanimous decision victory.
Okay, he's an MMA guy. Did he not embarrass that boxer?
Oh, you're talking about Scott Sigmund is who we're talking about.
That's his name?
Yeah, Scott Sigmund, yeah.
That guy should retire. If I let an MMA guy outbox him like that.
But he ate some big shots from Tumanov. I mean, he is a tough guy. Scott Sigmund's a tough guy.
But it's like he schooled him. And he talking about, you ain't, and the girl stoppage, oh my God. Alexa
Colt.
She a beast. I told you at the weigh-in. She served that girl. No, it wasn't no early stoppage, son. Stop being a crybaby. We showed out, and just do me one favor.
What's that?
Tell me you respect me.
I ain't telling you nothing.
No. Tell me you respect me in my sport.
I ain't telling you nothing.
Shannon, for real, all jokes aside.
All
Tell,
jokes aside.
tell me you respect MMA now.
I respect.
Because you keep calling us pies, say we stink.
All right, let me just keep it real with y'all. Of course, I respect MMA. They tough dudes and all that, but they not. The hand skills is garbage. Now, for the most part, the judging was bad in some parts. I thought the stoppage was early, but we won the main event. You know what I'm saying? And I think that next time we're gonna pick some. We're gonna selecting our fighters is gonna be a different. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have more input in that, and I'm gonna pick a little different. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pick some guys that that's coming to lay out the bodies. You know what I mean?
Well, now I'm going to pick questions from the media. As the media, if you have questions, raise your hand. We do have a microphone. Make sure Jim Greashopper, by all means, thank you very much for coming out all week long. Jim, by all means, go ahead.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you both, by the way. You guys have been fun all week, regardless of
Champ.
whether you really hate each other or not, but it's been a lot of fun
Champ.
watching you two. Rampage, you talked about respect for MMA fighters. What's it like for you to play a significant role on a night like tonight? It's historic, right? Because MMA fighters had never really competed well against boxers before. Tonight was completely different.
Well, what do you mean? Anderson Silva just defeated a boxer. What was that?
No, he defeated Tito Ortiz.
No.
You're talking Chavez Jr. in June is what you're talking about.
Right, he a boxer, right?
Yeah, so he beat him in June, but you're saying most recently. So he beat
No.
Tito Ortiz.
I
Talking about before
wasn't
that.
even talking about Ortiz.
You're talking about before that.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he crazy, y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Is he not a boxer?
He is now. Anderson is now, yeah.
No. The guy that he beat.
Oh, yeah.
And Anderson Silva, is he not an MMA fighter? So we've been doing good. We've been trying to show y'all that we train boxers. You know, that we can hang with boxers. And I think my role here, yes, I'm very excited to be here and to witness this. I think that the Triad is I think it's the future of comeback fighting.
And Shannon, for you, just a quick one.
Yes, champ.
You talked a little bit about the
I'm a sore
judging,
loser,
scoring,
as
things
you can
like that.
tell.
How do you think the refs did, the judges did, everybody did, given that it's a brand new sport and everybody's learning as they go?
Nah, the judges and the ref, everybody did phenomenal. It was great performance. Unfortunately, we ain't win it tonight. They got that pretty belt, and respect due to all of them. They trained hard. I think selecting the fighters next time will be a lot different. You know what I'm saying? We'll be more evenly matched in some ways, where we're gonna have a better selection of fighters. So that's what I'm looking forward to. We want revenge now. Team boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it was put against us in some ways. You know what I'm saying? Their team versus our team. It was evenly matched, but at the same time, I want to pick my guys, man. I want to pick my guys.
I want to pick my guys.
Yeah.
Jay?
First of all, great night so far, from
Thank you,
Triad Combat. But this question goes for both of y'all. I asked both of you at the beginning of the week if this was going to revolutionize for MMA and boxers to come over here to Triad Combat. Now, after seeing the performance and the outcome of the fans and everybody tuning in, do you believe this is still going to revolutionize for Triad Combat moving forward?
100%. Just like Rampage said, the money talk. You feel me? The money talk. And for a long time, fighters have been underpaid. And you guys hear about the big fights with the 20 million, the 10 million. That's the big fights. But there's 100,000 other active fighters that's living below the poverty line. So for Triad Combat, for these guys to put something like this together and pay well, man, this is amazing. I think a lot of fighters going to be jumping over here. It's an opportunity to feed their families, especially during the holidays, man. Look at this. Guys making good money. Frank Mir said this is the most money he's ever made in his career. Man, fighters living up below the poverty line, man, boxing and MMA. So this is a great opportunity. I know I'm looking forward to it. Look at him, y'all. Look at his head. I can't miss it.
This is the only time I agree with this loudmouth chump. It's the only time I agree with him, because I do. I think this is the future. Look, I'm interested. I want to fight Shannon. I want to fight him. At first, I wanted to fight him in a boxing ring, because I never had a boxing match before. I wanted to have a straight up boxing match before I retired. But this Triad looking kind of tasty.
Well, and before we get to our next question, we have Torsten Meyer, our COO, in the house as well, Ryan Kavanaugh. I want to commend the both of you, Rampage and Shannon. You guys left your families during the Thanksgiving holiday. You guys have been unbelievable all week long. It has been such a pleasure to work with you. You're a former UFC light heavyweight champion. You've been there, done that 50 times over again. You have been so giving to your fighters on the MMA standpoint. So you have been such a privilege and pleasure to work with. The same thing with you, Shannon, been there, done that. Former heavyweight champion of the world, fought on the biggest stages possible, and been so giving and such a catalyst for the team boxing side. Both you
But
guys
he's been annoying,
are,
though, hasn't he? Be honest.
Look,
Be honest. He's been annoying.
this
us.
is a beef between
Let's
you
go,
two.
champ.
I'm just here to help to talk about the promotion and talk about Triad Combat, what Triller Fight Club's trying to do. More questions from the media, by all means.
Yeah. Hey, how you guys doing? This is Hyman with All Access Elite Boxing. First and foremost, man, much respect to both of you guys. 2 legends, 2 warriors, 2 former world champions, 2 greats in your respective sports. Being here in the atmosphere, big stadium, brand new stadium. It had a lot of fight fans in the building tonight. I know you guys seemed like you guys were having a lot of fun out there as well. Listening to the music, as far as Metallica being what they are, really huge in the rock world. How different was it for you guys in a sense where the intermissions between bouts and just the atmosphere? Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Well, I can say I was paying attention to all of it. They had Nick Cannon up there, Fat Joe, and Eric B. Yeah, and Metallica. I'm like, man, this is dope. And they're doing it right. And I've been in all the biggest MMA shows around the world, from Japan all over, and I was really impressed with what I saw tonight.
Same here. I thought it was great.
Jeff Zimmerman, FightNews.com, Rampage, Let's Go Champ.
Let's go, champ.
What did the fighters think of fighting in the Triad, in a triangle ring, and what impact do you think it had on their fighting style?
Well, I thought it was great because a lot of times you watch a boxing match and guys get like they start booing. They feel like there's not enough action. You know what I'm saying? And this ring is shaped like a slice of pizza. You got to fight. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight for the cheese on the pizza. You got to get in there and fight. So it was great. It's not much running. A lot of guys, sometimes guys back to the rope. I was telling them, spin them, man, spin them. You know, I'm going to put him back. You put him on the ropes, and you bang him out. But unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, we need a little bit more preparation. I give all respect due to these guys, you know. They tough pies. They tough, you know what I'm saying? They tough, but that's all they are. And I'm sore loser.
Well, we proved that we're not pies. Looking like boxers are the ones that's pies. They can't beat MMA fighters in their own craft, you know, because this was geared towards them. It was all set towards them. Like, yeah, I think one of our advantages was they couldn't move around as much, and some of the fighters said that, you know, they felt like a fish, you know, out of water. You know, it was something totally different, and you know, some of those corners, you know, what I'm saying you really got to pay attention and not get stuck in there. But MMA fighters, we evolve. Our sport evolves so fast. We adapt, and they all adapted to it, and it showed.
More questions from the media?
Joe with Texas MMA Roundup. Do you see Triller Fight Club bringing in boxers and MMA fighters early in their career, or is this strictly going to be like a legend sport, where you guys are towards the end of your career and you've got a couple more fights in you, and you just want to go in the ring and prove that you could still do it?
Who are you addressing that to?
To both of you guys.
And what you trying?
I'm looking for killers. I'm looking for young, hungry boys to come in here and be the next generation. You know, this is a new sport in a sense. You know what I'm saying? It's combat, but it's new in the sense of the triangle. And I'm going on the hunt. That's right. I'm on the hunt. Me and Dewberry, we looking for killers all around the world. We're gonna bring them in the Triad, make them fight on a slice of pizza for the cheese, on a hot plate, and we're gonna knock off all these MMA boys. This was just the first one. Now we coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah. We want young folks. We want like legends too. You know, whoever still got it. Because just because we get old, I think a lot of people don't respect the fact that we still doing what we love. And some older people can fight, long as they ain't fighting young lions. I don't see nothing wrong with it. So we want young, older legends. You know, it's something new. Like, you know how it is. Like, when you feel like, oh man, I'm too old for it. I missed something. You know what I'm saying? I miss doing it. I wish they had that back in my day. You know, what if Mike Tyson want to come over here and do it? You know what I'm saying? Well, you gonna say no, you too old now. No, hell no. We're gonna get him somebody that you know, is probably close around his same, you know, age.
When I, just to kind of piggyback off your points, being with Triller and Thorsten, our COO, Thorsten, you can elaborate on it more, but I think Ryan Cavanaugh, he wants guys whether they're young or older, that come out and fight.
Correct, exactly. So first of all, thanks very much for coming out here. I know you guys had other options tonight. Really appreciate this. So I don't know how much Bernie and Ray have explained it to you, but basically this took us a full year now, right? So it's the first anniversary of our first event exactly a year ago, Thanksgiving Saturday. So we had a full year on planning this. What we wanted to do is we really wanted to find something new. We wanted to bring a new audience liking combat sport. We wanted to make sure that MMA is fighting boxing and we level the playing field. If you haven't read the rules and regulations yet, they've been created by Sean Wheelock. We've been regulated already in a couple of states. Make sure you're gonna get them from Bernie. You will see that the boxing has a lot of advantages and disadvantages. So does MMA. Advantages and disadvantages. I think it was very fair to say all the way tonight you could see who do you really got. Yeah, and we did those texting message in between trying to find out who is thinking, who is winning what bout right now, and it went up and down. And I think you saw that people where you thought earlier on they might not have an advantage had a great advantage. And then the main event happened. You know, so this is the rivalry we want to build and we want to see. The interesting aspect is when we launched this, everybody started ridiculing and saying like, oh, we don't know, another combat sport. Yes, exactly, another combat sport which levels the playing field. It's a completely different story. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. And you look at tonight, it's a mega success. The funny thing is, we went into this fight week, and even though it was Thanksgiving, and I appreciate you guys all being out here over Thanksgiving, not with the families, but all of a sudden, the phones and emails are coming in like crazy. You have really big names who all of a sudden say, guys, I like this. I really want to be a part of this. You saw tonight the audience who was in the audience, right? Very interesting. Have you seen what we had? We had an MMA side, we had a boxing side. Very interesting audience. And I know that Cynthia asked a couple of questions, Nick asked a couple of questions, but there were some of those athletes hyper interested to come for Triad Combat. And there will be Triad Combat number 2. I think those two guys are going at each other like crazy, so maybe we have a main event already. There's already going to be Triad number 3 in planning, right? So we're going for this. We know that this is something. We continue to do this with music. We continue to do it the Triller Fight Club way, which is, ain't that weak shit, something different, something cool for everybody to like it. And I really appreciate you guys for reporting that.
And before we get to more media questions, just to show Thorsten's point, the final score was 14 for MMA, boxing 11. So a 3-point difference. You figure one decision either way can either make it a bigger win for you or can make it a draw, which essentially is decided during the main event, Thorsten.
Exactly, and that's exactly the point, right? And that's the reason why we have an uneven amount of fights, in order to make sure there will be a winner that night. And it's very, very close. That's the reason why we have that scoring system now, and why, you know, why we want to make sure that everybody is judged fairly. Yeah, that's why we have people vote for it. We want to find out who is there. But the biggest thing, what we really have done and what we want to go doing forward is create those teams. Yeah. So you will see that eventually the fans will say, I'm a Team MMA fan. And then there will be the other family members saying like, no, I'm a Team Boxing fan. And this is exactly what we want to do. And we want to have the team spirit in that team boxing and in team MMA. And that's exactly what those two captains did all week long. And I congratulate guys. I really appreciate you for doing this. Shannon was hyping up his crowd. I mean, you know, Kubat said yesterday, this is the best team captain there is. Rampage is way quieter, but he's very deeper in everybody, you know, because he was massaging them and he was talking to them off back of house. They were meeting all the time.
I'm gonna tell you,
that's exactly what it is.
Because we didn't know what to expect coming in here, and he was big mouth, loud. I said, I want our actions to show. But you're right though.
It's funny, and I'm sorry for doing that now. Both captains were annoyed with me of not allowing the teams to test out the triangle. We were very, very strict. We didn't allow anybody in there until today. We had actually security posted over there, and nobody went in. So the first time those fighters went in was their very, very first time in that ring. And they had to go for it, and they went for it. They went crazy for it.
And speaking of going for it, this man, Pulev, went for it, and he finished off Frank Mir. I mean, Look, it's very rare that I'm critical of referees, and Torsten, I'm sorry for doing this, but I thought Mergliata was terrible, and he had him out on his feet 4 or 5 seconds before, and brought credit to you for showing restraint and not doing any more and throwing any more punches towards Frank Mir,
Yes.
but brought Pulev victorious.
Of course, because this is sport. This is not war. This is not. We are the fighters. We are fighters. It doesn't matter boxing or MMA. Yes, of course, we want to win, and I think today we win. The boxer win, but you know.
How?
So I think like that, you know.
Okay.
So Mr. Jackson, respect on you, but you know, boxing is different level, you know, different sport, a lot of history, future. Also, okay, Triad combat I like very much, and he's right. It's nobody take us to the gym, and nobody give us to check the ring. And I was in 2 heavyweight champion of the world 2 times, and I check the ring. And here I said, what's wrong? Why we don't check the ring? You know, this is not normal. But they have different styles.
Strict rules.
Strict rules.
But I got one question. But I just want to understand this. You know, why you think that the boxers won? How many fights did the boxer win? Y'all won 3.
It was 4-3. He was 4-3.
Because
to
the
my
main
knowledge.
event is very, very important. You know this.
That's still champ.
You know this. And did you see what's happened in the main event?
Yeah.
Where is your guy?
Yeah. You did. Hey, you did.
What do they say?
Hey,
Parkland? What they call
hey,
it? Parkland?
Hey.
Please call him.
Hey, you did a great job. You did a
Yeah,
great
yeah,
job, and you know, but I think the MMA fighters did a great job as well, and we won more fights.
I was surprised today, really.
Yeah,
How the MMA
Yeah, I was
fighters
surprised too.
stay good, really.
Yeah.
Respect.
Y'all surprised.
Again, it's
me.
leveling
Hey,
the
that's all we
playing
ask.
field.
that's all we ask.
Don't do
Thank
that.
you.
Don't do that.
No,
Don't do that.
He right.
Don't do
See,
that.
hey, I like you.
Don't
I
do
like
that,
you.
champ.
I don't like Shannon. That's all we guys. That's all we ask is
Don't
just
do that,
respect.
man. No.
We just said respect MMA. You know what I'm saying? Respect MMA. That's all we ask. Thank you.
It's what
But boxing is different level, my friend. Different level.
Well,
all
MMA is
MMA
different level.
fighters
MMA is different
dream
level.
to be this level boxer.
Please,
I think so.
Please let boxers come over and do MMA. We come to do boxing all the time. Please come over and do MMA.
So
Fight.
for sure, this sport have future, and I think in the future will be very, very interesting. And
I agree.
we stay in the triad combat all around the world.
I agree. But you got to understand my argument. I agree. This is good. This is the closest thing. But
We need
we still a
little
fish out of
time.
water.
Boxers need little time to watch little bit and then finish. MMA fighters is done.
I'm surprised
Finish.
you guys did great tonight. I ain't gonna front. Y'all did an amazing job. But again, we're gonna pick a different team. We're gonna do a little bit more selective on picking. But you guys did great. The mauling tactics, the grabbing, the holding. I see it does work. A lot of fighters aren't used to that. I can see a lot of guys coming to this sport now because again, the pay, the money talk. Let alone people want to see action. You know what I'm saying? So people gonna pay for action. You got to fight now. You know what I mean? Nobody want to see too much moving and all that. They want to see toe to toe. So this has a
I'm
lot
be
of
honest. I
success.
thought the boxers did better in the clinch than the MMA fighters. You know what I'm
Today
saying?
we
so
see.
He so he
Today
got
we
so he got a failed complaint. Then he talking about he's just a sore loser. You know what I'm saying? The boxers
me
got
sick, y'all. For real, y'all.
The MMA fighters they outstruck y'all. And better in striking, but y'all did better in the clinch. Well, I thought that the MMA fighters was going to. That's why I thought that we was going to.
But what we
prevail.
must say is really this is fact. There was good fighter today because want the win, and was more fighters than boxers, But future show you that boxing is the best.
This is gonna give a lot of MMA cats confidence now. I think they're gonna have a lot of confidence. They're gonna feel like they beat boxers. They did great, so I'm glad. This is cool. Unfortunately, we didn't get 2 belts. We got 1, but it's cool. You guys gonna get pumped up. All you MMA fighters at home, y'all feeling like you could be boxers. All right, Come on, bring your ass. Come on.
I thought both sides did well. I thought the boxers did better in the clinch than what we thought, and I thought the MMA fighters, Tumanov impressed the heck out of me as he was able to go out there and fight a guy in Scott Sigmund, and he looked fantastic against Sigmund. So I thought that's what Triller Fight Club's all about. It's why we say leveling out the playing field. 2-minute rounds, I love it. And Rampage, maybe you can elaborate on this. And I think the fights are going to get better now that we've already seen what's happened. I think the caliber of fights is going to get better on both sides.
Yeah, I agree. Every fight was exciting. Every fight was exciting, and everybody went to work. And I agree. Like it's just going to evolve.
You want to come back, Cabran?
Yeah, I like this sport and the ring and everything. It was really amazing show tonight, and really with Metallica, with everything. But the best organization, what I see, is really we must make more and more, not only in USA, everywhere in the world.
Shannon, is it next fighting Rampage Jackson inside the Triad?
Yeah, he going down fast and hard, y'all. Get a good look at him. He gonna be looking different after the fight. Y'all ain't gonna even know what he look like. You gonna say, what happened to him, Miss Shannon? What you do to him, champ? Why you do him like that, champ? Y'all gonna be mad at me.
Rampage?
I'm gonna fuck his old ass up.
All right, final comments from Kubrat Pulev. Or we have more questions from the media? All right, take some questions for Kubrat Pulev if you have questions for Pulev.
First of all, congratulations. This is Saf from Global Fight Talk.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about what you learned in that brand new fighting style in there?
So I training very hard for this fight because we don't know. It was new ring, new rules, small gloves. It looks very danger because we don't know. We don't have experience in this sport, and that's why I train very good with a lot of MMA fighters. And
Those MMA fighters are traitors. Tell me their names. They're traitors.
Blagoy Ivanov, they see her.
Where you at? Where you at, traitors? Raise your hand.
Blagoy.
You're a traitor to MMA.
He beat your
Who?
the Russian guy too. There's world champion.
Who?
Fyodor
Are you being
Emelianenko.
you
Yes, of course.
You're a traitor to MMA.
Yeah, no. Normal, we are everybody fighters, you know.
I kind of got the same question for Shannon and Rampage, since y'all are probably going to be in the triangle next. What did y'all learn in there from watching a whole card of it?
Well, I learned that
Boxers suck.
I learned that you gotta go straight punching, straight down the pipe. You know what I'm saying? They can't take me down. I ain't worried about it. I'm shooting straight down the pipe. Nuclear. Straight down the pipe. Nuclear bomb. Straight down the pipe. Let's go, champ.
Rampage?
I learned that you can't leave it up to the judges because the boxers been crying. They've been crybabies. Changed the rules. We didn't know what we can do spinning back fists or we can do spinning back fists. The little bar arm that we've been working on. Now they decide to tell us that you can't touch the tape on the gloves. Like that's a risk. Like we're not grabbing inside the glove. That's what we need to touch. You know what I'm saying? Because the forearm is too fat. You need to grab the wrist. And that's not fair to us because we was told that we can do that. Then now, so I learned a lot of stuff, and we need to get some stuff straight before I come over here and fight.
You gonna learn something for real? I'm gonna teach you something.
What you gonna teach me, old man? What you gonna teach me?
A lot of things.
Let's go,
Teach you a
Gramps.
lot of things.
Let's go, Gramps. What you gonna teach me, old man?
Oh, boy. More questions for Kubrat Pulev.
How you doing, Pulev? Congratulations again on your victory. You've been in some of the biggest stages in professional boxing. I know you've challenged for the world heavyweight title against Anthony Joshua, but being in there tonight for Triller Triad Combat, the gloves. Explain to us how the gloves felt. How different was it entering into the ring as far as connecting on your opponent? Did you feel the difference?
So the difference is, like how I prepare is the same in the ring, you know. Differences because more clinches, the different punches and different gloves, different ring, small ring. This is not boxing, you know. But I think when one boxer is prepared good, he can win, you know. Just different prepare, and good prepare, and that's it. It's amazing sport. It's good ring. So was a lot of surprise for me in the ring because it's absolutely different. You know, it's really small. That's it.
Could you elaborate? Can you explain how the punches felt? The 8-ounce gloves felt as opposed to the 10-ounce gloves when you fight in regular boxing. The difference.
So the difference is these gloves is not so safety like a boxing gloves, you know, because boxing gloves is closed everywhere and it's not so safety. But with the MMA gloves, you can take, you can hold. That's it. This is the different, and the game is different. Everything is different.
All right, I think that'll go ahead and about do it. Before I go ahead and let the guys go, we'll get final comments from all three individuals sitting up here. Kubrat, final thoughts as you defeated Frank Mir tonight, the main event, first ever Triad Combat, making history for Triller Fight Club and combat sports here tonight. How would you describe tonight's experience and the overall
It's a pleasure
experience?
for me to have first belt Triad Combat. It's really a pleasure for me, and I'm very happy. That's it.
Shannon Briggs, leading Team Boxing into battle against Team MMA, the first time as a team captain. I'm sure you're looking forward to being a participant next time inside the Triad.
Definitely, definitely. If not, I'm still coming back as a captain, but I'm definitely going to be here because I'm impressed with the sport and what went down. I'm upset we didn't win because I know that we're better fighters, but again, we're going to do some little selection process is going to be a little different on our fighters next time.
Boxing pies.
But, I don't like to lose, and unfortunately we took the loss, but we're going to come back, y'all. We're going to come back strong. We know what we're going to do. Let's go, champ.
Before I get to Rampage, I want to let it, because I know that I've heard things about like the triangle and everything else. The thing is, this structure for Triad Combat, it is the Triad. So that is how it is the structure that the guys compete in. And now the last word goes to the man who led his team to victory here tonight. Team MMA over Boxing 14-11. Rampage, the floor is yours.
I'm very happy that that we showed up and showed out. Like I said before, we just want to be respected, and I'm happy to shut Shannon up because he got a big mouth, is annoying as fuck, and I'm gonna be all on his social media calling him a boxing pie because he's been calling me MMA, calling us MMA pies. I'm really happy. I'm so proud of all the guys. They worked hard, you know. They showed up and they showed out. You know, we made history tonight, and I'm very impressed with this organization. And now I'm a fan of the big guy right here. You know what I'm saying? He not only is he a great boxer, but he's a great person for not continuing throwing punches on Frank Mir. And, you know, much respect to you guys. And I'm just happy to shut Shannon the fuck up. Listen to him.
He full of shit, y'all. He ain't like this. Now he all happy now. He ain't usually like this. He grumpy and mean. Now he happy.
All right, guys. Thank you very much on behalf of Ryan Kavanaugh, Dorson Meyer, COO, Rampage Jackson, also Shannon Briggs, Kubrat Pulev. Thank you so much for joining us here for the first ever Triller Fight Club Triad Combat. Have a great one. Don't forget, Triller Fight Club returns this Thursday night. Hammerstein Ballroom, 7 Eastern is when we get going. So check it out on Fight TV. Have a great one, everybody, and have a happy holiday season. What a night for Triad Combat, brought to you by Triller Fight Club. So long, everybody.